love comic books.
I love comic books.
How about weapons? Comic book weapons.
Iconic weapons. Big bad weapons.
Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, I'm reading it, shall possess the power of Thor.
Odin's enchantment.
Odin's son. And even before Odin, you had Bor, who wielded the hammer. We're talking about Mjolnir. But first, I'm sorry, we went on a tangent here. I'm Jack Lutz.
I'm Troy Segner.
And another edition of Talk Nerd in Me is starting. It already started.
It started back then.
Way back there. Topic of discussion is Mjolnir, the hammer.
Mjolnir.
The hammer. Art thee worthy to hold the hammer? And surprisingly enough, there are different hammers. There are different Mjolnirs.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I'm only familiar with a few. I'm only familiar with maybe 3. And maybe you can fill in the gaps here. Okay. So the one that I know, of course, traditionally, is the one that Thor has held. The one that Thor has always had. The classic Mjolnir.
The one that Jane Foster has right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know of the Ultimates, that the Ultimates Thor had like a Thor, he had a hammer axe Mjolnir.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
His wasn't named, it was just a Mjolnir replica type.
And I know that Beta Ray Bill had, I love that character.
Great character.
God, I love that character. That he has also his own hammer too. And another one, Thunderstrike had one as well.
Eric Masterson,
who was at one time, who was also Thor at one time. Isn't he dead?
They were merged.
They were merged.
He's dead now.
He's dead.
His son Kevin is now the new
Okay.
Thunderstrike.
All right, fill in the gaps for me, because those are the only ones that I was familiar with.
First appearance Mjolnir.
Okay.
Journey into Mystery. Well, that's where Thor started.
Okay.
Journey into Mystery number 83.
Right.
From 1962. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been several. Crusher.
Okay.
Was the one that Red Norval had. That's when Loki brought the documentary team to Asgard.
Okay.
And Red Norval saw Sif and was smitten, and she rebuked him. So he pretty much challenged. He said he could do anything Thor could do better, and he did. He got Mjolnir from him, and he did some bad stuff and left. But then he came back, and he actually became a protector of Asgard. And Odin gave him his own hammer, Crusher.
Awesome.
And he actually got, I think when he died, fighting the Jorgemund or the Ragnarok. He died in one of those things. He actually got to go to Valhalla. So he made up for his bad deeds.
Okay.
You mentioned Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
The protector of the Corbinites when they were trying to flee from their planet that got destroyed.
He has a name for his hammer, right?
Stormbreaker.
Okay. All right.
He actually... Nick Fury saw the ships come through because the rest of them were in stasis, and he was the only one awake to protect them. Nick Fury saw him. He sent Thor to investigate. Beta Ray whooped him. And then Odin said, I need to see this.
Anybody that can whoop my boy.
And he had him fight. They were supposed to fight to the death. Beta Ray beat him again. And he had Mjolnir, and he actually had a conscience, and he started feeling bad about it. So he gave him back to the rightful owner, and Odin... said,
was impressed.
He said, "Yeah, you're worthy. We'll make you your own." Wow. So he got the dwarves to build him another one out of Uru.
Oh, impressive.
Yeah. You mentioned Thunderstrike also, Eric Masterson. At one point, him and Thor
they merged.
Yeah. And something happened. They got separated. Okay. But
we'll get to that later. Yeah, that'll be another topic of discussion.
He got his own version of the hammer too, called Thunderstrike.
Okay. Wasn't there? There was a frog,
Puddle Gulp, who was a human who got stuck in frog form. And they had a big frog rat war.
Okay.
He a sliver, I guess, of Mjolnir fell.
Okay.
And when he picked it up as a frog, it
transformed him into a Thor frog.
It became Frognir.
Frognir.
And he became Throg. Little Thor helmet, everything.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it was kind of a.
You tell me you're gonna put that graphic up. Please tell me you're gonna put that graphic up.
You gotta see Throg.
There's like 2 more, isn't there? That off the top of my head.
Loki made one, or had one made. He didn't make it. He had the dwarves make him one.
Yes.
Called Stormcaster, and he gave it to Ororo Storm. and he was trying to use it to control her.
So Storm had one too.
So yeah,
Stormcaster, I get it.
Stormcaster for Storm.
Yeah.
She caught on to what he was doing, so she used Mjolnir to destroy Stormcaster. So it's no more.
Okay. Okay.
Then you got this girl who, she was supposedly going to be the designate, which was some all-powerful person. She supposedly has power equal to Odin.
Okay.
She transformed herself into a character called Thor Girl, and she had her own hammer, which was unnamed.
Okay.
Then you've had there's been multiple unnamed ones from like different alternate Earths.
If you remember a few years ago, there was a Marvel event where different weapons from Asgard fell, and
Was that Fear itself?
Yeah, Fear itself. Yeah, you had Fear itself, and you had heroes and villains picking up those weapons, but
Becoming bad dudes.
Bad dudes. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, here we're talking about the hammers here,
Yeah.
So I like that. I like the story revolving around Beta Ray Bill, how the dude is he's pure at heart, and he's such a badass that Odin made him a hammer himself.
He beat Thor twice.
Yeah, and so he was. You want to talk about anybody that's worthy? For some odd reason, I was never really. When I first saw him, I was never a big fan of Beta Ray Bill. I'm like, why is this horse face thing, wearing Thor's?
Well, the Corviknights
clothes.
didn't actually look like that. They altered him to be their big protector, so he was enhanced. Mm-hmm. There's been in fact, at one point when Ragnarok hit, if I remember right, Ragnarok hits, all the gods, well, not all the named gods like Odin, Thor, and all those guys die.
Yeah.
And then they get reborn as humans until they find each other again. Right. And when they did that, Thor didn't have his power or his hammer, so Tony Stark actually made him a suit and a hammer that kind of powered it. It was similar, close to, but not quite Thor level stuff. Like you said, there's probably 1,000 other ones we don't know about in alternate universes.
The cool thing is now, too, what with the Marvel Cinematic Universe being so popular, with toys and everything, you can buy Mjolnirs,
Replicas,
you can make your own Mjolnir. Like that's the cool thing too. Like you can have your very own Mjolnir. I've seen this at El Paso Comic Con and the Las Cruces Comic Con. You'll have a guy there. And his name escapes me, but he has his own booth, and he makes Mjolnirs.
Yeah.
He is made like metal, like actual metal.
Big, heavy ones, yeah.
Heavy metal Mjolnirs. So I think that's just really cool to have. I think everybody should
have their own Mjolnir.
Should have their own Mjolnir,
I want a Frognir.
And if you have time, check out this video where this guy, he made his own Mjolnir, and it was made out of very high-powered magnets.
Oh,
and yeah, you seen that? And how he put the hammer down,
electromagnets,
right on the
big sheet metal.
Yeah, and he had it over a manhole, a sewer cover. Why can't I think of the name there? But anyway, how people couldn't lift the hammer
because you had to know where the button was to turn off the
electromagnet. And he actually would lift up the hammer.
People were amazed
at this. So Mjolnir.
Yeah,
Nice little topic there.
Yeah.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, iTunes, El Paso Herald Post.
I think that was it.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
Did I get it?
Let us know if we missed any Thor hammers, Mjolnirs.
Yeah. Also, if you have a favorite weapon of mass destruction in comic books, what is your favorite weapon too? Let us know. Let us know. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Have we talked about that? Favorite weapon of mass destruction in comic books?
No.
Oh, that'll be our next one.
Yeah, maybe you guys can come up with some good ones for us to talk about.
All right. That'll do it for another edition of Talk Nerdy to Me. I'm Jack Lutz.
Troy Signer.
Good night.
Sleep tight.
Yeah.